To say I'm not having a good week would be a gross understatement. But do you know what makes me feel great? Talking about theatre. And so, here I am with another tier list video. Now, I have done set design, something I'm really passionate about and really love analysing. I've done playbill designs, which I did some playbills very dirty in that video. But today I thought that I'd look at something that I haven't really given much attention to. Something that I usually take for granted in theatre, and that is costume design. Now, costumes can play a very key part in a show, or they can kind of fall to the wayside a little bit. Now, this is fine, and this works with different shows. You know, a show like Avenue Q needs its puppets, but if you put puppets into something like Hamilton, it wouldn't really work. Different shows have different levels of costume that they need. I don't know why puppets was the example I went with, but... So I have picked a selection of shows, I've picked a selection of characters, and I'm going to put them on a tier list. Yes, it means that I will have to put some shows lower. Doesn't mean that I think they're awful. But if you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Daniel. I talk about theatre. But even through sickness, I deliver that good, spicy theatre content. If that's the kind of content that you want to see, make sure you hit like and subscribe. I'm getting close to 1,000. I'm so close to 1,000. I can taste 1,000. It's like right there, and I can't quite grab it. You know, every time it keeps evading me. This is going to be fun to edit. I'm sick. Why am I doing this to myself? On to the video. Now, of course, in this video, I'm going to be analysing shows as well that don't hinder on their costume design to give a good performance. A show like Come From Away, which is my favourite musical, doesn't really have extravagant costumes because that's not what the show is about. However, for the sake of a tier list, just remember, I love all these shows, and even though I'm about to roast them, I still love these shows. Let's start with Heathers and take a look at the Heathers costumes. Now, I have both the US version and the UK version. Let's start with the US version. Okay, this is the first one, this is the original. I love the kind of changes that they made from the film, deciding to make the colour coordination of the Heathers match into the costumes as well. Because this is like a smart, very smart change. I am so delirious that am I even making sense in this video? But the comparison point that we have to make in this is it better to have costumes that don't really match, or to have like the UK ones which match quite well? Now, I really like them both. I think they work for the show. I think they look really cute. Are they the greatest costume of all time? No, of course not. But for like an off-Broadway, off-West End show, they work very well. And, of course, the colours have become iconic. But I think they're both on the same level. And that level is C tier. C tier, might move them up, might move them down. C tier for now. Lion King is a show that I went to see early 2020. And I thought it was okay. I think I first watched the Lion King film when I was like 14. So I didn't really have much nostalgia for the film. But what I will say is I think that what makes Lion King special is its costume design. I mean, just look at this, all the headpieces and the wires and how everything's so intricately designed, and when everything comes on stage it's so amazing, and then that's the opening number, and the show never really tops that bit. Like, why do you do the best part of your show in the first like 5 minutes? It's not... Anyway. I'm being controversial. Remember, theory is what's subjective. I think Lion King is solid A tier. Very close to S tier. I might even move it up into S tier. I'm sticking with my guns. I'm gonna say A tier for now. A tier for now. A tier, but only for now. Speaking about only for now, Avenue Q. Now, of course, if I'm going to count the Lion King puppets, I have to count the Avenue Q puppets. It wouldn't be fair. Avenue Q, I think its puppetry is very, cute. It works for the job. And, the costumes are quite black and basic, so you go from focusing on the actor to focusing on the puppet. I think it's good. I think it's okay. Is that Rob McClure? Have I got a photo of Rob McClure on here? Did I accidentally get a photo of legendary Broadway star and Beetlejuice alumni Rob McClure in Avenue Q. Oh my god, he looks so young. Anyway, again, I like it. I like it. I think the Avenue Q puppets safely go into the C tier. Now, let's take a look at a show where it kind of is unfair to put it on this list, but I need some that I can put into lower tiers. Book of Mormon. Now, Book of Mormon, as a show, can't really do much with its costume because it's so limited with what the actual real-life versions of these people would wear. It is a very plain costume. Again, it has kind of become iconic, but I don't think there's any much special about it. I think the name tags are quite cute. Am I going to have to put it into F tier? I don't hate it, but it is a bit lazy. But then again, what else could they do? Am I being too unfair? Am I letting my biases get the best of me? E tier. E tier might be lower. Continuing on my track of costumes that they couldn't really help, but they had to go over anyway. Mean Girls. Mean Girls costumes are very, very bland. Now, again, there is the argument that, you know, you're dressing people like everyday teens. You can't really get into, like, the levels of their character. But I think costume design for, you know, regular clothes can actually be very creative. Look at the film Scott Pilgrim. The way that even through these normal clothes, they hide little hints at the ex-boyfriends in everything that they're wearing. The details that they hide with these characters in Mean Girls is Damien wears a drag queen shirt because he is gay. Am I being ignorant? I mean, maybe I just don't know enough about Mean Girls that I'm being like quite mean here to Mean Girls. And I don't want to be mean towards Mean Girls because Mean Girls very tragically lost its theatre and that was very sad. And, you know, I don't want to be mean towards any show. Oh my god. This is why it took me 4 months to make another one of these videos. Am I about to title this video Costume Design Tier List but Dan is delirious from Rona? I don't know. Probably. Cabaret. Cabaret. Look at the MC. This is C tier. I want to be positive again. Let's take a look at Anne Juliet. Now, Anne Juliet is a show that I you know, very much on the fence of. I'm not sure if I like it. I'd need to sit down and properly watch it in a theatre. But one thing I can give Anne Juliet so much credit for is its production design. Its set is beautiful, and so its costumes. Look at Juliet. I love this kind of Tudor-inspired look, very Elizabethan, but then also these kind of hints to modern day. It's the reason I love the Six costume so much. You know, it's a really nice blend between the two. I put Anne Juliet into B tier, the Kinky Boots costume. Now, I am specifically talking about Lola's finale costume here. Iconic. The red really bursts out on the stage. I love the stilettos going all the way up and then kind of stopping, so you just see a tiny little bit of skin before the dress starts. I love how the red works really well on like the dark skin of the actor. It looks beautiful, and it's an amazing moment when Lola steps onto the stage, the lights go dark, and then it suddenly lights up and she's there in the Kinky Boots. It's a great moment. A tier. For a bit of a meme, Wayne Brady in Ratatouille. Wayne Brady in Ratatouille gave himself a little rat face paint thing and he made himself a costume. I thought this was adorable, and I would praise him to the end of the earth to do this when he very clearly didn't have to because everyone else was just in normal clothes. But Wayne Brady, he went a step beyond to make sure you knew he was a rat. And that deserves B tier if I have ever heard anything deserving B tier. Waitress is a show I absolutely love, and I don't want to be mean about it. Waitress's costume design is decent. I like the blue and the apron. I think it's safely a D tier. But something I can give Waitress credit for is when they change the outfits out for breast cancer awareness. And they have these pink uniforms, which look absolutely beautiful. And I love the icon behind it, and that boosts these ones up a single tier to C tier. Let's take a look at Hamilton. Hamilton's costume and hair design is very interesting because from here upwards it's modern, and from here downwards it's the typical costume that you see of the era. I like this nice subtle blend between the two. I put it safely in C tier. SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, who lives in a pineapple under the sea and has costume design that makes me go... Squidward's tentacles in the SpongeBob musical has my favourite costume with the 4 legs. Now, this is ingenious. It would probably be, you know, a B tier if it didn't end up with a massive tap dance number, but it ends up with a massive tap dance number, and Squidward gets a costume change and it looks like this, and this is the most glorious thing I've ever seen, and that goes straight into S tier. SpongeBob, on the other hand, I like the kind of yellow shirt instead of having the white. I feel like it's a nice kind of mix between having, you know, him be a sponge and be in the costume. B, I'll put it in B as a kind of symbol of how good the rest of the costumes are in SpongeBob. Cats. I think you can slate Cats for a lot of reasons, but I don't think you can slate Cats on its costume. They do look like cats, but then they also have this kind of whimsical element about them that makes them feel very unique and makes you kind of think about the differences between normal cats and jellicle cats. I'd probably put the Cats costumes into A tier, honestly. I think they are that good. Speaking about terrifying, let's look at everyone's favourite spooky demon, Beetlejuice. This is a great way to adapt onto an already iconic piece of costume. The striped suit from Beetlejuice only appears in the film for about like 5 minutes probably, but it is a very iconic costume, and when adapting it to the stage they didn't do a like one-on-one thing. They decided to allow Beetlejuice to change up his colour from green to purple to red depending on his emotion. This adds layers to the costume. The stripes, you know, they're iconic, but adding that little layer behind it really evolves it. Let's go B tier. I think B tier is fair. Wicked. I have picked Glinda's bubble dress because... wow. Again, Wicked is another one of those shows that I'm not a massive fan of it, but I think its production design really makes it stand out and really makes it feel strong. And I think the perfect example of this is Glinda's bubble dress, because this is beautiful. Don't you just want to wear this dress? Like, it must make every actress in it feel like royalty. The flowy nature of it, you know, the layers. It looks so beautiful, and the long wand and the crown. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A tier. And of course, 6. Now, I know that people might not really like the 6 costumes, but I think they are amazing. Especially the updated Broadway ones and the now updated West End ones. I mean, they just shine. The boots, the skirts, the pace, it all works together to give you this absolutely perfect blend of Tudor and modern, taking influence from different pop stars and different fashions of the Tudor period. I think they just pop on stage, all of the queens having different colours. It really, really works. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You might not love it, but theatre is subjective, and I love it. This is the other one that goes straight into S tier. S tier. S tier. And this is my finished tier list. Now, looking at this, you can tell that I really didn't want to be mean. There is very few costumes in like the lower section, and there's a very big number in the middle. But I feel like costume is something that is really hard to analyse and talk about if it's from a show that doesn't really need costume design to make it stand out and feel effective. If you can use your costumes to enhance these, then that's great, but sometimes you don't need to. Sometimes you can have a beautiful story without having beautiful costumes, without being extravagant. But that's it for today's video. I want to do some more tier list videos. I do enjoy these, even if today I am very slightly delirious. So let me know what you want to see on these tier lists. Do you want to see a follow-up to the costume set design playbill ones? Or is there some more things that I can rank? So let me know in the comments down below, and if you did enjoy this video, please remember to hit like and subscribe. It really helps me continue what I'm doing, especially while I'm a sick little boy. Here are some links to some of my other videos on the screen right now, but that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!